Hi. Did you ever want to start YouTube, but you don't know where to begin? Maybe you're a beginner and you're not technology inclined, or you're a senior and you're afraid of doing it. Well, this video and a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out subsequently are for you. Now, this is the first session of KISS, KISS, where I'm entitling it Keep It Simple Seniors. All right. Now, my name is John, and welcome back to In John's Universe. I mentioned before that I was going to do a training course. Well, I'm still going to do the training course at the senior center. Training at a senior center where I have interaction on a face-to-face basis is different than what I'm going to be doing now because I won't have your immediate response. So what I'm going to do is just do the best I can. Next week, I'm going to do picture in picture so I can put things up on the screen so you can see exactly how it's done and you can follow along a little bit more closely. Today's just going to be I guess, a compilation of basic facts that you should know about starting YouTube. All right. Again, if I can do it, if I could figure it out, believe me, anybody can figure it out. I'm 78 years old, soon to be 79. And recently I got monetized, which is great. I have over 5,700 subscribers now, which is also great. So I must be doing something right. And I started this channel back in January of 2025. So it's only been, what, 7 months right now? So I'm kind of proud of myself. I would pat myself on the back. However, I'm afraid I'm going to pull a muscle, so I'm not going to do that. However, what I'm going to do is let me get up here. If I can find where the hell I'm looking for. Here it is. And I'm going to click that and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to give myself some confetti. I'm going to do it again. That was kind of fun. I'm going to do it again. Confetti. All right. Now, let me introduce YouTube. If you're already listening to this channel, you've already known how to get on YouTube. However, you may not be a member of YouTube. You can get on YouTube and you can view it. You may not be able to put comments in yet. And if you don't have a YouTube account, you can't do that. In order to get a YouTube account, you need a Google email address. So I'll address that next week. That's not important today. However, what I'm going to do today is talk to you a little bit about YouTube and give you some of the background information. YouTube is an easy to use entertainment, learning, and connection platform. Now, some of you older people, I'm sure you grew up watching TV, watching the boob tube, spending hours watching cartoons or westerns or whatever else was on there. Well, that's kind of passe right now. And YouTube is taken over. It has. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Because you can specify exactly what kind of entertainment that you want to listen to or watch. You don't have to rely on network advertising to say, hey, at 7:30 at night, Gunsmoke's coming on, or those type of shows. You don't have to do that anymore. You can get on YouTube and you can search anything that your little heart desires. All right, now in this first session, we're going to focus on the basics. No rushing or complicated terms. By the end, you'll know how to find videos you love, play them, and navigate YouTube confidently. Now, what exactly is YouTube? YouTube is a free video sharing website where people can watch, upload, and share videos on almost any topic imaginable. It's like a massive library of TV shows, how-to videos, concerts, movies, and even personal stories available anytime and anywhere. Some examples of what you can find are old TV shows and movies, music videos from your favorite artists, recipes and cooking tips, travel videos from around the world, exercise classes designed for seniors. And why is it useful for seniors? Stay entertained without cable TV bills. Learn new skills or hobbies from the comfort of home. Stay mentally active and curious. Watch content from your younger years for nostalgia and connect with family by watching and sharing videos. How to access YouTube. You can access YouTube on a computer. Just open up any internet browser such as Chrome, Edge, Safari, Google, and type in www.youtube.com. On a smartphone or tablet, tap the YouTube app icon and you can get on. First, you have to download the app, from the appropriate store, whether it be an iPhone or an Android phone. You can actually watch YouTube on a smart TV. Use your remote to open up the YouTube app, or like on a streaming device such as Roku or Fire Stick. Install or open up YouTube from the menu. If you don't have the app, search for YouTube in your app store and download it for free, as I mentioned before. All right, let me get back to a little bit of history on YouTube. Now, again, this first session or training video is designed to be very simplistic. And you're going to hear a lot of repeat information over the next, I don't know, I haven't decided how many sessions I'm going to do. I had planned it for 8, maybe cut it down to 6. It depends what we can get in each week. And these sessions are going to be hopefully between 12 and 15 minutes. At least that's what I'm going to try to do, because anything over 15 minutes, I'm going to lose your attention, and I don't want to do that. Navigating the homepage of YouTube. The homepage is what you'll see when you open up YouTube. It's filled with videos chosen for you. The key part is the search bar at the top. Type in what you want to watch. Video thumbnails. Those are little rectangles that pretty much tells you, or small images that tell you or previewing that video that you want to watch. Recommended section. Videos will be placed in front of you based on your viewing habits. Trending section. Popular videos that other people are watching. Now, here's a little snapshot of YouTube's latest stats and a concise rundown of its history. This is from, I think the latest stats were produced April 2025. User reach and engagement of YouTube. YouTube recently surpassed 2.5 billion, that's billion monthly active users worldwide, maintaining an immense global presence. Daily active users are estimated at around 122 million people. Content and consumption. The platform sees over 1 billion hours of video watched daily, translating to roughly 5 billion videos viewed every day. Every minute, more than 500 hours of new video are uploaded to YouTube. Mobile devices account for over 90% of global YouTube visits. Short-term content, those are something I'm not going to discuss here. It is long-term and a short-term. Short-term are short videos that are under 3 minutes, and that's a different category, but we're not going to get into that right now. That makes up about 20% of all videos on the platform. Revenue and monetization. In 2024, YouTube generated approximately $36.1 billion in revenue. The total combined ad and subscription revenues surpassed $50 billion over the most recent 4 quarters, according to Alphabet's Q3, or that's quarter 3, 2024 revenue. Alphabet is the parent company that owns Google and YouTube. So they're both in the same companies. Demographics and influence. Over 60% of views come from viewers ages 18 to 34. YouTube now fully competes with traditional TV as of June 2025 in the US. It holds 12.8% of TV screen viewing share, even above platforms like Netflix and Disney. 1/3 of all Americans report increased YouTube usage, jumping to 56% among Gen Z. I guess some of you seniors are worried and say, hey, what about us? What about older people? Are we watching it? Well, the platform is also increasingly popular amongst older demographics. In the UK, for instance, viewership among those ages 55 plus almost doubled over 2 years, surpassing their TV as a second watch service. Let me give you a little bit of a history of the founding and early development of YouTube. Back in 2005, it was founded by former PayPal employees Chad Hurley, Stephen Chen, and Jawed Karan. YouTube was initially envisioned as a video dating site. The idea pivoted when they realized a broader need for video sharing. Evidently, the dating site didn't go too well. The domain was registered on February 14th, 2005, with the first public beta launch on April 23rd, 2005. That same day, co-founder Jawed Karim uploaded the first video entitled Meet Me at the Zoo. That was at the San Diego Zoo. It was an 18 to 19-second clip set on at the zoo, and it's still up there on YouTube right now. The platform quickly grew. By late 2005, it served around 8 million views per day, and by mid 2006, it was handling 100 million views per day and 65,000 new uploads daily. In late 2006, Google acquired YouTube for $1.65 billion. I can get into a little bit of the growth and innovation under Google and some of the strategic shifts and things like that. I can get into more statistics, but I don't want to bore you with some of these details. Let's just say that YouTube has grown exponentially worldwide and in the United States. Now, worldwide, the top viewership is from India, surprisingly enough. Well, they got the most people out there anyways, but I think the US is second as far as viewership. Now, I mentioned before about the demographics, and I'm not going to get into the demographics right now because you can do analytics once you get into your YouTube account and you get some videos under your belt, and that'll give you all the statistics about who's watching your videos, what age group, where they're from, and that kind of information. So I'm not going to get into it. This is kind of important because people are saying, how can I make money on YouTube? Well, there's a lot of ways you can make money on YouTube. The first way is by monetization. And to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 watch hours in order to get monetized and be eligible. They call it the YouTube Partner Program. And according to Wikipedia, over 2 million channels are in that program right now. Separate estimates suggest YouTube has around 114 million active channels, including media companies and broadcasters. Practical observations from creators indicate that while many channels exist, only a fraction are monetized. For instance, a Reddit user pointed out that out of 51 million channels, only around 2 million are signed up for monetization through the YPP program. Another source notes that only 0.25% of all YouTube channels earn any amount of money, even as little as a penny. In summary, plus or minus a million channels are monetized via the YPP program. That represents 0.25% of the platform's active channels. How much does YouTube actually pay out in revenue? Back in 2023, that was the latest estimate. It was $31.7 billion, up slightly from 2022. However, creators don't get all of that. YouTube takes 45% and creators receive 55%. Over the last 3 years, YPP program has paid creators over $70 billion. So why not get your share of it? Breaking it down roughly, the aggregate creator payout per year, assuming it's an even split, it's about $23 billion per year going to creators, though in reality, payouts are higher for the best performing channels. And I'm gonna go into this a little bit more in detail in future videos about how you get paid and, that type of thing. It's not important now. I'm just trying to lay the background information. Now, the average payout per monetized channel on the average is around $11,500 per channel per year. Again, this is a simplistic average. Most smaller creators earn far less, while top stars like Mr. Beast earn millions. Mr. Beast has over 450 million subscribers. And I think his ad revenue is well over 50 to $60 million a year. Now, there's a website that you can get onto. It's called socialblade.com. You get into it by typing www.socialblade.com, and you could put in your favorite YouTube uh, channel and see approximately how much they earn a year, how much they earn a month. Now, there's a lot of other websites that you can get onto. There's Video IQ, there's TubeBuddy. Social Blade is free. If you just want some information, I wouldn't pay for anything else. However, as we go forward, in order to start your YouTube channel successfully, you're going to need to pay out something. You're going to need to get a program for editing. You're going to need to get a program that you can make and edit thumbnails and things like that. There's a lot of programs out there for free, and you can do that. And I'll explain some of those. But I've found some of the free ones are a little bit difficult to use. If you have a Mac, you have a built-in video editor called iMovie. You can use that. There's some other, as I mentioned, free software that you can download. There's a good program out there called DaVinci Resolve. Uh, DaVinci Resolve is a free program, and you can download it for Mac users, and you can download it for regular PC users. However, it's a little bit more complicated to use, and the free program doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you may or may not want to use. However, when I first started searching how the hell to do this kind of stuff, I got on DaVinci Resolve. I downloaded the program. I said, yeah, this is not too bad. There's got to be a manual to uh, make it easier for me to read because I like to read things right in front of me. Well, there was. And when I clicked on the link to it, it came over, I forgot exactly, maybe 4,000 to 7,000 pages of this manual. I said, no, there's no way in hell I'm doing that. So I pivoted and went into a different mode. Now, I mentioned this, there's a prelude to this video, or a prepper course, I should say, that I'm going to put a link to the description down below, that I think you should get into and prep yourself and prime yourself for watching this video and any subsequent videos. It lists, there's a playlist on it, and it gives you 4 or 5 of my initial videos that I did about YouTube and my struggles to start with. And I think that would be beneficial to you if you got on there and you listened to it and you see what you're up against. It's not insurmountable. You just have to do it. You have to have the courage, the fortitude, the stick to itiveness in order to get to it and do it. And do it on a weekly basis, or maybe do 2 videos on a weekly basis. Think of some ideas that you want to talk about next time. Uh, at any age, you've got life experiences. You've got things that people want to watch and listen to. I'm sure you've gotten on YouTube and you've checked out some recipes. Suppose you wanted to make a German chocolate cake and you didn't have all the wherewithal how to do that. Well, I'm sure if you got on and there was many videos that you could pull up and show you exactly how to do it step by step. I've used it recently to find out how to use uh, my high beam features on my Honda Passport. It used to work. I think I clicked off something that I didn't know what the hell I was doing on the stalk. So I might have turned it off, and I have to get on there again to learn how to do it and activate it again. So there's a whole bunch of videos, and what I'm going to talk about primarily is these headshot videos. That's what these are called. Maybe some vlogging videos. I did a legacy video not too long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, where I talked about the people in my life that were an influence on me and helping me grow up and get to be the person that I am. It didn't gain a lot of views, and I don't care. It was for me and for people who knew me, some of my relatives, and it's a legacy video. It's there for perpetuity. And someday, maybe my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren or their heirs are gonna get onto YouTube and see grandpa talking about how he grew up and what he looked like and how he sounded, and say, "Hey, he wasn't too bad," or "He was crazy." I don't know. I don't care what they say. I'll be long gone. I'll be looking at him from up above. But again, next week, I'll get a little bit more detail. I'll put on some screen share so you'll be able to follow on the screen with me off to the side. I finally figured out how to do it, and I'm going to get a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more slick in how to do it. All right, well, I'm gonna end this video for today. It may have gone over 15 minutes. It probably has, but that's the way it is. Next time, I'm gonna have to time it because I wanna keep these at 15 minutes. As I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna shoot for no more than 8 sessions, and by the end of the 8 sessions, hopefully, you'll get to the point where you say, "God, I wanna start YouTube," and I'm gonna encourage you, and that's my goal, to encourage you to start your own YouTube channel and make some money along the way. In addition to ad revenue, there's endless opportunities for you to make some money. And again, I'll explain those in upcoming videos. All right. Well, again, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it if you do. Give this a thumbs up if you like this video. If you want to get notifications for future videos, down on this side, there's a little bell. If you click on that bell, you'll subscribe. And every time I put up a new video, you'll get advanced notifications for it. And if you have any comments that you want to post, please do so. I look at all the comments, all the good ones, all the bad ones, and some are, controversial. But I'll handle those as we go along. I don't think I've had many bad comments. Most of them have been good comments. And comments are great because everybody sees them. So that's it for today. Again, thank you. I appreciate it. And everybody have a good day. And I'll talk to you in the next video, which should be coming out probably about the same time next week. I'm going to try to get these out every Tuesday. So look for it. Thanks again. All right. Bye-bye.